These aren't Pinterest hacks. These are things I do because I refuse to work harder than I have to. They're a little weird, extremely practical, and they quietly fix the kind of small everyday problems that make your house feel more stressful than it has to be. And if you've never cleaned a ceiling fan with a pillowcase, just wait. Instead of dusting a ceiling fan and watching all that grime fall into your eyes, onto your bed, onto your furniture, all over the floor, take an old pillowcase and slide it completely over the blade. Then slowly pull it back and all that dust gets trapped right inside the pillowcase instead of exploding all over your room. You finish one blade, move to the next. You can even use the rest of the pillowcase to dust off the rest of your light fixture, and it's my favorite way to dust a ceiling fan. If you have a faux tree or some fake plants in your home, here's the easiest way to clean them without touching every single leaf. Take a hairdryer, yes, a hairdryer, and blow all the loose dust off first. You'll be slightly horrified by how much comes off, then take a dryer sheet and gently wipe the leaves. It not only picks up what's left, but it also helps repel dust so the plant actually stays clean longer instead of immediately getting dusty again. I use this in our little lake house rental and it works so well. Lampshades can collect dust like crazy, but vacuuming them can be awkward and annoying. It can dent them. A lint roller is my favorite tool to fix this in about 10 seconds. You just lightly roll it over the surface of your lampshade and it lifts off a shocking amount of dust without crushing or damaging the shade at all. This is my favorite way to clean this rattan shade I have in my living room. If your fake plants always look stiff and obviously fake, steam is the secret. Hold the stems and then steam them with a regular close steamer. I'll leave my favorite little compact one down in that description box below. And the heat is going to soften the plastic just enough so you can gently bend and shape them and make those leaves look a lot more flat. Suddenly the leaves fall more naturally and the whole plant looks so much more realistic and relaxed. Don't forget, when you're putting your stems into a vase or another type of container, bend the stems up and down to make them look more realistic. This one I actually learned from you. LA's Totally Awesome Cleaner from the Dollar Tree actually gets old set-in stains out of fabric that I genuinely thought was ruined forever. One of you commented on this in my last Dollar Tree cleaning video. I tested it on my daughter's sweatpants that I thought were absolutely ruined by dried-in lip gloss stains, and it took them out. Make sure you always test a hidden spot first, but this stuff has saved a chair, these sweatpants, and even a cushion in my house. Now, you can make your own version of grease cutting cleaner inspired by Dawn Powerwash at home. And I also learned this from you in my comment section. Mix together a 1/4 cup of regular Dawn dish soap, a 1/4 cup of rubbing alcohol, I found mine at the dollar store, and then 1/2 cup of water. Pour it into your old Dawn Powerwash bottle. Now, I was so surprised with how well this works. It doesn't cost hardly anything to make, smells great, and it's such a wonderful alternative to buying refills. If you have a bench cushion that constantly creeps forward or ends up on the floor, like this one I have on my dining room bench, a really easy solution is to put a piece of rubber shelf liner underneath it. I found this shelf liner at the dollar store. You don't see it, you don't feel it, but the cushion will now stay in place exactly where you want it to instead of slowly migrating forward and off the bench all day. I love this hack. You can also use it under smaller area rugs as well. Now, if you've ever tried to change an area rug under your bed, you know it usually turns into a 2-person job. But a small furniture jack makes it something you can completely do by yourself. You lift the bed with this jack, and I'll link it in the description box below. Roll the old rug halfway underneath toward the center, and then you can move the jack to the newly bare floor side and lift the bed again so you can pull the rest of that rug out. To put the new rug in, do the same but in reverse. No dragging, no wrecking your back, no asking for help. This turns a really annoying job into a 15-minute, totally manageable one. Instead of using tape or constantly straightening crooked frames, you can actually put small dots of hot glue on the back bottom corners to act as little bumpers. They protect the wall, keep the frame from shifting, and stop that slow tilting that sometimes happens when you have a frame on your wall. This is a lot cheaper and faster than having to buy rubber bumpers for your artwork. Now, if you want full pretty curtains without spending a fortune, you can actually make them out of flat sheets. I took 2 flat sheets and cut each one in half vertically. Mine have a ruffle detail, so that part became the bottom hem of my drapes. Then I just hemmed the cut edge with my sewing machine, or if you want, you can use iron-on hem tape if you don't want to sew. After that, I hang them using curtain clips and rings on a regular curtain rod. You get long, soft, full curtains for a fraction of the cost, and they look so cute and more custom than you'd expect. Now, these little plate racks from IKEA are perfect for storing pot lids, cutting boards, and trays. I've even used them to organize books. Everything stands up instead of stacking. Nothing falls over, nothing becomes an avalanche in your cupboard every time you open a door. And the best part, they're so affordable and they always have them at IKEA. Here's a great hack for all of your accessories. Clip scarves or belts onto shower curtain rings and then put those shower curtain rings on a hanger. Now you can hang this in your closet. It takes up almost no space. Everything stays visible, easy to grab, and you can actually see what you use and what you own. If you hate having power cords all over the place or phone charging cords, you can actually hide a power bar and most of those cords inside a basket or decorative box. This one here is actually made for this purpose. I found it on Amazon. I will link it in the description box below. It has a hole in the side and I love how chic it looks with this design and color. Then you can simply have some charging cords come out of that hole and charge things here as needed. Everything still works the same, but visually it looks a lot cleaner and more neat and tidy. The back of cabinet doors is basically secret storage space that not many people take advantage of. You can add a command hook or two and hang things like measuring cups, cloths, or even an apron like I've done here in the inside of my pantry door. This is great for things that you use all the time but don't want taking up a ton of drawer space. Now here's a really easy hack that works so well. Keep a microfiber cloth or even a squeegee right in the shower and then do a quick wipe down while everything is still warm and steamy after you shower every single time. Soap scum never gets a chance to build up, which means you almost never have to deep clean your shower glass. You can store it in an easy to reach spot right inside your shower. Dryer sheets clean baseboards surprisingly well, and they also leave behind a light residue that helps repel dust. I find these are also great for repelling pet fur, so your baseboards don't just get clean, but they also stay clean longer. I use this often in our lake house rental, and it works wonderfully. After you clean your chrome faucets, take a piece of wax paper and rub it all over the surface of your faucet. It sounds kind of strange, but it actually leaves a super light invisible layer of wax that does help repel water. This is going to mean fewer water spots on your faucet, fewer fingerprints, and your faucet's going to stay shiny way longer without you having to keep wiping it down or polishing it. Now, hanging art can be way more annoying than it should be, especially when you're trying to get things centered and level. Here's the easiest hack I found to do it. Put a piece of painter's tape across the back of the frame right over the hanging hardware and mark the exact spots where the hanging hardware is with a Sharpie. Then take that tape and place it on the wall where you want the artwork to go. You can use a level to make sure the tape is straight. Then install your screws or your anchors or both right where you have those points marked. Then peel the tape off and hang your picture frame. It turns guesswork into a perfectly placed, perfectly level piece of art on the first try. You can lay a cutting board across your sink and you instantly gain extra counter space. I love this hack. It's especially amazing in small kitchens when you're prepping food or serving guests. I use this one in our tiny lake house rental. You can buy sinks like this where the cutting board comes with the sink and fits perfectly in the sink's groove, or you can simply buy a cutting board that's big enough to lay over your current sink. Such a great use of space. Peel and stick wallpaper can be so frustrating because it's so sticky. It sticks to itself, it sits crooked. Once it touches the wall, it's really hard to move. The trick is to spray the wall first with a product that gives it what's called slip. Then when you apply the wallpaper, you can slide it around and reposition it until it's exactly where you want it without ripping it or having it stick to itself or the wall. And then once everything dries, it sticks like normal and it turns a stressful one-shot job into something you can actually take your time with and get right. I'll link the one I use in the description box below. You can actually make simple drop-in toilet freshener tabs using baking soda, citric acid, and a few drops of essential oil. To do this, mix 3/4 cup of baking soda with 1/4 cup of citric acid. You can just buy it on Amazon. Add about 10 to 15 drops of your favorite essential oil, then lightly spray with water until everything just starts to hold together. Press the mixture into silicone molds and let them dry. After that, you can drop one into the toilet whenever it needs to refresh, and it quietly keeps things smelling clean without even having to think about it. If your fridge is smelling a little bit stinky, you can put a small bowl of coffee beans or baking soda, or both, in places like the fridge, or you can even do this under the sink. The coffee beans are going to absorb odors and the baking soda neutralizes them. Together, they can erase bad smells, and I use this all the time in our lake house rental. If you're having a hard time bringing things from one level of your home to the other, what I like to do is keep a basket at the bottom of my stairs. Anything that needs to go up goes in this basket, and then you can just in one trip move everything upstairs to its correct spots. No more carrying single items back and forth all day. I found this one that fits my stairs perfectly. It's on Amazon, and I'll link it in the description box below. If you find a lamp at the thrift store that you love, but you don't want to deal with cords, you can actually stick a battery-powered puck light on top. I found this one from the dollar store. You instantly get a cordless lamp that you can literally put anywhere. I put this one on my sideboard in my entry. I found this lamp base and the shade at Value Village and this puck light at the dollar store, so my DIY lamp was less than $10. You can make your own reed diffuser with a small jar, some carrier oil, and about 20 to 30 drops of essential oil. Pour the oil into the jar, add the essential oil, then place some diffuser reeds inside and let them soak it up. This is going to slowly scent your room all day long without plugs, flames, or remembering to spray anything. It's one of those little things that makes your house smell so good and feel so much nicer. If any of these home hacks made your day a little easier, that is a win. Tell me in the comments which of these hacks you like the best and which one you're going to try next. If you like this video, I'm going to leave another video for you to watch up in that top left-hand corner with more hacks to make your house feel incredible.